God. Sorry. Hello, sound check. Can you hear me? Hello, everybody. It's Jerry Java Live with Teacher Jerry. It's English with Jerry Java Live. Yes. Hello, how are you? Wait, right there. There. Okay, I actually went live so that I'd be able to also record for my next video that I'd be releasing. And it's all about, as you can see there on the title, it's all about prep, hashtag prep. Prep, it's the acronym, it's an acronym. We'll talk about that, we'll discuss that later. Do I have an audience? No, nobody yet. Okay, wait. Oh, one is watching. Hello there, who's watching? Please don't forget to click like. Okay, there. Hi. You can hear the rain, the thunder, right? You can hear the thunder. Hi there, Jerry and Red. Actually, that's just me. That's just my clown. Hi there, everyone. I also want to live for me to officially announce. Hi there, whoever is watching right there. Please comment something. Comment below. By the way, it's wrong. It's redundant when you say comment down below because down is already below. Okay, just say comment below. Comment down. Do not say comment down below. No, that's so wrong. So hi there to my dear fellow YouTubers and vloggers. So you'd rather not say comment down below. Okay, take it from me. That's redundant. Okay, so please comment something. Please say something there. I would appreciate it if you'd say something in English because let's stay true. Let's stick true to my channel. It says English with Jerry Java, so I'm here to actually teach and also learn from you about English. Okay, you can share with our sharing, with our discussion. Okay, so I'd also love to announce that my first, actually, it's one of my very first videos it's all about the jazz chants, 10 jazz chants by Katriona Gray. And I did that like 6 months ago. It was April 9, 2020, April 9. And then and now just today, just hours ago, it garnered garnered 5,000 views already. Wow, yay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for viewing that. I believe that I hope no that it actually helps you in your maybe performance tasks about for jazz chants. Then I actually had jazz chants version 2.0, and it's the more jazz chants. I call it more jazz chants. Still, the jazz chants featured there are coming from Miss Caroline Graham. Okay, the mother of jazz chant. So if she's the mother, I believe I'd like to call myself the adopted child of jazz chants. Sorry, the black sheep of jazz chants. No, 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 no. Okay, so there, and also just recently, just days ago, I have my YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much, everyone. I had just had 1,700 subscribers. Wow, that's worth celebrating. Okay, let's just take it one step at a time. Okay, before we grow big and bigger and biggest, all of us started small, started little. Okay, so I believe you all the big channels there, YouTube channels would understand, would relate to me. Okay, of course there are secrets to growing big in YT in YouTube. Okay, But for me, I'm not here for that treasure in YouTube. I'm here for actually for sharing whatever I believe which are I believe are very important, especially in English, okay, in education, in teaching, because I believe that YouTube is a great avenue for tutorials, right? That's why we have everything here, not just in Google, okay, not just in Facebook. Everything here is in YouTube. Okay, the DIY, the do-it-yourself, from mathematics to English to anything. It's all here. They're all here. Okay. So I'm going to talk about prep. Thank you to the 3 likes. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. With or without audience, as long as we are going live, we already went live, that means the show must go on, right? Okay. Your first audience should be yourself. So I think I'm going crazy. There. Why am I into this? Like I'm going somewhere. Actually, I feel like I need to do this one like this because I feel like I am the MC or like the one who's going to the host, okay, the a interviewer in a beauty pageant or a job interview, or maybe because that has to do with our lesson. Wow, lesson with a lesson for today, and it's ding 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 ding. Good day, everyone. This is Teacher Jerry. I'm messing up your Saturday, yeah, messing up your Saturday. But I'm sorry. It's so gloomy here right now because it's about to rain. You can hear the thunder, but don't worry about that. Just think of it as my sound effects. Wow, sound effects. Okay, then we'll be talking about prep. Hashtag prep. Okay, prep. That's actually the shorter term for prepare. Okay, preparations of prep. But for me, for us English teachers or the for English as a second language ESL teachers, we have what we call or the public speakers also know. This is what we call the prep or the it is an acronym actually that stands for P. That's your point or your position. What's your stand? Okay. Then R. That's for reasons. Again, P point, R reason. Then E your example or evidence, elaboration, explanation, experience. Okay, everything that's an E to support your reason. Then P, again, that's your point. Okay, you can get back to your position, to your introduction, to your point, but say it in a different way. The same idea, different words. That's called P or position or point restated. Okay, again, P REP. P for point, R for reason, E for example, evidence, or experience, elaboration, explanation. Then P, get back to your point. Restate your point. That's how you leave the pen. Okay? That's how you are going to convince everybody, convince the judges, okay, convince your boss, your maybe potential your future employer, future boss in a company maybe that should be working in the future. So that's how you convince people that you be hired, that they are going to choose you, not everyone else. Okay. Also in composition and essay writing, that's how you do it. Prep. Okay. Not PEP, not PEP. Okay, because the R there is very important. R reasons, that's very important. That tells you that will support your point or your stand or your position. Without it, your answer, your persuasion, your convincing power is weak, is not so powerful after all. So you need that. You need everything there. Okay, that's correct. Now have that. Let's have who's watching. Okay. Thank you to the 4 likes, to watching. Hi there. There. And teacher Jerry again, because aside from being a teacher in the Department of Education, a public school teacher in grade 6, that's elementary. Aside from that, I am also a coach, a journalism coach. Yeah. Then also, aside from that, I am an events host. I do hosting for weddings, for birthday parties, what else, for gatherings, any event. Yeah, I do that. I host. So we need this. I am a public speaker. So any public speaker, anyone is a public speaker actually. That's why maybe that's why people who are afraid, are scared of going to the stage or holding the microphone because they have no idea what to say, or they're afraid. Maybe they have the idea, but the fear would actually overwhelm would take the best of that of these ideas of them. So maybe that would happen. But that's why I'm here to give the tips. Okay, the prep. So the prep actually comes in handy. You don't have to prepare when you make the prep. Okay, this is the question that's given an instant, extemporaneously, as that suddenly, at an instance. So when there's no time to prepare, use prep. When there's no time to prep, use prep. Okay, that's an instant answer, instant way to answer questions. Any questions that can be in a beauty pageant, like just last week we had our, I guess, last that was that last week or 2 weeks ago when we had our Miss Philippines, Miss Universe Philippines, or Abia Mateo. There, I was actually also very happy and satisfied of her answer. So, but okay, that's one of our features today. No, we will be analyzing, we will be slicing, chopping their answers or the beauty pageants, no, the winners from Katriona Gray, from the awards back, and anyone from the Miss Universe, the winning answers in the Miss Universe. I'll be searching on that, and we are going to react as how they answered it. Because I think I saw one video on YouTube wherein the answers, it actually featured all the winning answers of those Miss Universes. Is it? Did I say it right? Miss Universes? Or do we only have one universe? So plural is in the Miss. Or the many Miss Universe. There. Well, that's actually what's so good about public speaking. Also, when you are confident of your English. Though you're not so good in English, one tip there is that just one tip there is you can actually correct your own self correction. I believe that self correction is the best correction. People may correct you, but if you are close minded, that would be to no avail. That would fail. Okay. So I guess self correction is the best correction. Okay. So we learn from our own mistakes. Like me, I was there. And if you have that, I mean, I made a mistake. Like I said, Miss Universes, but how did I handle that? I corrected myself. Yes, because that means, oh, I'm aware of my mistake. And I don't wait for someone else to correct me. That means I was able to correct myself first beforehand. And I did not wait for longer time to correct myself. That means my brain is working. Okay. I am doing a self monitoring. Right. Speaking of self monitoring, I'm just going to listen to myself here and look how my brain is working. Okay. I am doing self monitoring. Speaking of self monitoring, I'm just going to listen to myself and look how my brain is working. Okay. I am doing self monitoring. Now let's go over those video. Okay, I have here my pen. My pen is also green. Wait, I actually use green screen and I green live. It's also green. Let's put it here. There, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the what should I call this pageant? It's a crazy pageant. It's out of sudden pageant, ladies and gentlemen. So again, there. Let's talk first about the prep. How would I do it? Okay, I'm going to go search for it. And winning Miss Universe here. Winning Miss Universe answers from 2015. Okay, let's have this. So from the awards back to 10 best answers in Miss Universe. Okay, okay. That's it says 4 minutes and 55. Biggest challenge in my life is always trying to stay positive. Start.
What is the biggest challenge in your life? What's the biggest challenge in your life?
The biggest challenge in my life is always trying to stay positive. I consider myself the kind of person who always looks at the glass half full instead of half empty. And even though sometimes in difficult times it's hard to look at life this way, I always try to maintain a positive outlook in life. Katriona.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get back to that. That's a really good answer, right? Let's try if they, let's check, let's evaluate if they followed the prep. Maybe they did not follow it, but maybe they had another. I mean, let's talk about their good points first. You know, let's see if how I would maybe answer that or what are my thoughts on that. Okay, I know this is really challenging. Yeah. Okay. Banori. One is from.
Biggest challenge in your life. What's the biggest challenge in your life?
The biggest challenge in my life is always trying to stay positive.
2005 Canada, Natalie Glebova. Lisa, I'm presenting by the way that my source is 10 best answers in Miss Universe history. Okay, history. Okay, but and this is 3 years ago. So let's have the top six best answers Miss Universe 10 years ago. Huh? 10 years ago. Not that, not that. Let's change it. Now that one with including the recent now. I need to hear also that one from Miss South Africa, the latest. I'll go find another. Go, let's check it out. 2015 to 2019. Okay, maybe I can have this. Okay, my source by the way is this one. Okay, there. Okay, best answers in beauty pageants 2015 to 2019. Is this only 20? I'm going to include that. Miss winning Miss Universe. 2015 to 2019 best answers in beauty pageants. Okay, from Hector Sermenio. Hi there, Hector Sermenio. There. You are my source, my reference. From Miss Universe South Africa
All right, here we
2019.
go, South Africa. Here is your question. What is the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today?
I think the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today is leadership. It's something that has been lacking in young girls and women for a very long time, not because we don't want to, but because of what society has labeled women to be. I think we are the most powerful beings on the world, and that we should be given every opportunity, and that is what we should be teaching these young girls to take up space. Nothing as important as taking up space in society and cementing yourself.
There.
South Africa, very good.
Okay. Well, what did she say? I hope I have the. hmm I have the answers in the. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try to look for it. Of Miss. I want to know. Okay. Let's get back.
Who is the
Best answers in beauty pageants. I guess they are just top 10. Okay. Top 10. Let's try to. Hi there for Cynthia Diagro. Hi there. Shout out to you. Mega love shout out to you. Let's start with this is from 2015 to 2019 in random order, starting with Miss South Africa. Okay, Miss Universe last year, 2019.
All right, here we go, South Africa. Here is your question. What is the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today?
I think the most
The question for Miss South Africa, she actually won last year, 2019, was what is a single most important thing that we should be teaching our young girls today? That was the question. Okay, now let's listen how she answers it.
important thing we should be teaching young girls today is leadership.
Leadership.
It's something that has been lacking in
Okay, her first line, I'm talking about the prep, okay? Prep. P is you have to state your point. Okay, her point is the most important thing that we should be teaching our kids, I mean, our ladies, young women today, is leadership, period. Okay, that's it. That's her point. That's her position. That's her stand. From there, let's check if she will be elaborating. Okay, why? From there, that's her first point. That's her main idea. Then she needs to explain. Okay, R reasons. She needs to give us the reasons. Okay, that's our R. Okay, because and also reasons would start with because. Okay,
young girls and women for a very long time, not because we don't want to, but because of what society has labeled women to be. I think we are the most powerful beings on the world, and that we should be given every opportunity, and that is what we should be teaching these young girls to take up space. Nothing as important as taking up space in society and cementing yourself.
Thank you, South Africa. Very good.
Who is the most
she did. Okay, she gave us a reason why. Okay, there. Then also, then she cited the examples or evidences. She even went further to saying that
What is the most
about.
important thing
Let's listen again.
we should be teaching young girls today?
I think the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today is leadership.
Leadership. Correct.
It's
P.
something that has been lacking in young girls and women
Now she's
for a
explaining
very long
why.
time, not
That's
because
R.
we don't want to, but because of what society has labeled women to be. I think we are the most
E.
powerful beings on the
Example.
world, and that we
Explain.
should be given every opportunity, and that is what we should be teaching these young girls
That's
to take up
elaboration.
space.
taking up
Nothing as
space.
important as taking up space in society.
That's her example.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank you, South Africa.
okay, there. From that point, okay, let's just break that down. Okay, how she answered that, right? Hi there for Cynthia Diago. Hi there. I'm discussing the prep, okay, the one that I taught you in journalism. And okay, now that's from our Miss Universe 2019, no other than Miss South Africa, okay? Zubini Tunze. Zuzubini Tunze, okay? Black women, black magic. Okay, there. Uh, mm, the question was, what is the single most important thing that we should be teaching young women today? Her answer, we are going to slice that down. Prep, P-R-E-P, P for point. What's her point? She said that the most important thing that we are going to, that we must teach to our young children or women today is leadership. That's her P. That's her point. No argument there because that's her idea. But now on how she would be convincing us on R or reason or reasons. Okay? Did she answer why? She said why, right? Because it's not because that we don't want to teach these young women about leadership, but because it's something that's been lacking, or maybe we tried to maybe avoid it, or we forgot about it. It's lacking. Women leadership, female leadership, women empowerment in the government, in leadership. Okay, because maybe she that's also really correct. And I have observed that most of the leaders in our country, in any association, organizations, may that be corporate or political, most of the leaders, especially those at the topmost positions, are actually male. So that's a very good, powerful statement. I mean, observation. That's her reasons. Then her E or evidence. What are her evidences? What are her examples? Or did she share experience? She did not share her own experience, but she gave an example, okay, an evidence. And she elaborated, okay, she explained more about that instances, about her reasons. And it's about uh, taking up space, okay, cementing yourself. Cementing meaning uh, making yourself matter. You have to matter. You know, matter, that's anything that occupies space and has mass. Okay, that you have to be there. You have to cement yourself. You have to be an icon. You have to stand there as a leader. Okay, cementing yourself, make yourself known to the public, to the community by your leadership. Okay, cementing yourself. And I love the word, her metaphor of cementing yourself. Okay, it's not the literal cementing yourself that you're really going to build yourself there like a grotto something, or yeah, or a statue for yourself. No, cementing yourself. And I love that. And also, yeah, she ended with about, she went back, okay, she restated her main point on the top. She talked about leadership, okay. She actually repeated her point. That's one about cementing yourself about, and that's one best quality or thing that we must teach our young ladies today about. It's about leadership, okay. So there, she went back and she left with a bang, and that's why she won. Okay, and I'm impressed. That's prep. And to think that that question was given, I believe that's given instantaneously, suddenly. Okay, and you are not given any time, like maybe seconds or a minute to prepare. Why could that be? Okay, aside from her being smart, I believe she has a pattern or format as to how to answer questions, and prep will help you. I believe prep helped her. Okay, now let's go. Congratulations, Zuzubini Tonzi. of Miss South Africa. Now let's talk to the next
Who is
lady,
the most
Miss
influential
Grand
person in your life?
Dominican Republic, Miss Grand International Dominican Republic 2015. Wait. What's the question? I'm going to play back.
As many of you know, I am a child of rape. I know that it's a shocker to say, but he is an influence in my life because I wouldn't be standing here before you if it weren't for him. If I could see him now, I would give him a hug and say to him that I forgive you because that's the only way that I can live my life in peace.
I'm having goosebumps.
And that is the only way that I can spread the message of love by forgiving him, the man from this. Thank you.
Uh, very personal answer. Again, let me hear the answer. Let me have the question. I need to know the question.
Thank you, South
This
Africa.
is in random order, okay?
Who is the most influential person in your life?
Who is the most influential person in your life and why?
I would have to say it's my father.
He, father.
As many of you know,
Are
I am
reasons.
a child of rape.
She's telling her story, her experience.
I
E.
know that it's a shocker to say, but he is an influence in my life because I wouldn't be standing here before you if it weren't for him. If I could see him now, I would give him a hug and say to him that I forgive you because that's the only way that I can live my life in peace. And that is the only way that I can spread the message of love by forgiving him, the man from this. Thank you.
Perfect. That's Miss Grand International. I don't know her name. It's not written here. There. Let's study that. Okay. Wow. Very personal. That's also a really winning answer. Okay. That's one good quality of a really good answer of a winning answer in a beauty pageant is that you have to be honest, true, authentic, genuine with your answer. Okay? Not really that you have to be dramatic, just be honest as much as possible because people would want to know more about you. Okay? Because they are going to sell you that title, that crown is a brand, and you will be an icon. So people would want to know an idea how these women that we would gladly admire for like 1 year or next decade of our lives, how she feels, how she talks, how she looks. Okay, so that's very important. Okay, you don't let our minds speak. Sometimes we need to have we have to listen and talk about our heart, how we feel it, and that's very personal, and that's also very instantaneously all done. Also, the question was just very simple. Also, so that's why she gave a really simple and personal answer. The question was, who is the most influential person in your life? Why? Okay, that is about influence. There. Her point here or position or stand is that she said, "It's my father." That's her point. Then later on, she will be discussing why. She will give the reasons why she chose her father as the most influential person in her life, despite the fact that she was raped. Okay, there. It's a conflict of idea, no, because because you wouldn't admire somebody as so influential to your life if you hated him or her at some point of your life also. But it's a good thing that she was able to merge and wow, I like the conflict, but she was able to resolve that. Okay, wow. I'm just overwhelmed and I am having goosebumps now. So that's it. So she was with her father, and then but she for the keyword there is about forgiveness. That she needs to forgive her father for her to share the idea of love and peace to mankind. Okay, that for her to be also influential, for her to show love, she needs to also forgive somebody. Okay, that's what she's teaching us. And she went back. She ended with P or point. That that's why that's she said at the end that that's why I the most important man or influential man of my life is my father. So she went back. Okay, now let's have. That's very good. Another Dominican
Columbia,
Republic.
please join
Miss
me on
Universe, Colombia. Okay, with an interpreter.
terrorism is one of the main threats facing our
Terrorism.
world today. As Miss Universe, you will lead discussions on current issues with communities around the globe. How would you go about explaining terrorism to a child? El terrorismo es uno de los peligros más grandes.
Okay, there. I'm just pausing. There, it's Miss Colombia. I guess her name is Ariadna something. Okay, it's between Pia Words back right the trending 2015 Miss Universe, that one. So the question was about terrorism spreading all over the world. How would you, as a Miss Universe, explain terrorism to a child? Okay, let's listen.
Como Miss Universa vas a
That's
realizar
the
líder en
interpreter.
conversaciones con pueblos por todo el mundo sobre los eventos actuales. Si pudieras
I don't understand.
explicar el terrorismo a un niño, ¿cómo lo harías? Jamás he estado en la posición de la víctima, del victimario o de la familia. I've never been a victim or a family member of terrorism. No puedo decir a ciencia ficción.
She said, "I've never been a victim or part of or a family member of who is already a victim of terrorism." She's not following the prep, but let's try to let's digest her answer. Listen more.
I cannot really explain how it feels to be one of them. Pero si tengo
I cannot explain really how it feels to be one of them because she's trying to reason out why she cannot explain because she doesn't have the experience of something about terrorism. Okay, but she's trying to make a point. She hasn't made a point yet.
la oportunidad de hablar con un niño. If I had the opportunity to speak to a child,
But if I have the opportunity to speak to a child, okay, I'm interested how what you will tell to the child.
por favor, que su generación, incluso la mía, I would tell them that please, your generation and my generation, ya no puede estar llena de armas. We cannot be full of weapons.
Okay. Oh, okay, I know. That's how she connected her answer. She said that I'm not a member. I haven't been a victim, nor a part of a family with a family member being a victim of a terrorism. Then, if ever I'd be given the opportunity, the chance, or the time to speak to a child, I would say that your generation and my generation now, that's why she made the generation, her time, and the time, the generation of that child. That's how she got the connection. She merged these two generations, and that these two generations, whether young and old ones, in either generations, our world couldn't be full of weapons about war. Okay, wow.
Por favor,
Please.
Más libros, más cultura, más amigos, más amor.
Please, more books, more culture, more friendships, and more love.
Okay. Mm, she did not actually follow the prep, okay, but still, that's a really good answer. Very, I would tell, I would say that it's an iconic answer also. Though she did not follow the prep. Her introduction, it's quite long. It did not actually answer the question, but at least rather that was a background. She gave us a background why she cannot explain really in total about terrorism as to how it would feel, because if she had a the she had the if she had the experience about terrorism, so it would be easier for her to explain, and that's where she would be, I guess, developing her thoughts, her emotions, how to explain that to a child. But but she did not dwell on that for her answer. She instead looked for a common ground, a commonality, similarity. Now it's about generation. She tried to look for a common ground that the generation and the old generation and then the younger generations, the children, would meet. Okay, that in either world, both worlds, in both generations, there's no room for rebellion, there's no room for terrorism, there's no room for war. Okay, she even she even pleaded for, she said por favor, meaning please, more books, more friendship, more culture. Let's celebrate our culture, our differences. Okay, because there's a unity university. Then at the last, very very important word, more love, mas amor. Okay, mas amor, more love. Then she said, gracias, thank you. Okay, that's it. Very good answer also, though it did not really follow the prep. I would say I would know that because she did not make a. She said, she made mention her P or point somewhere at the middle part. That she did not even end again at the with the P. Okay, the meat of her answer is actually at the later part. Okay, but that's also a winning answer. Okay, also only that if somebody would be able to give a better answer than her, then that would, I guess, more deserving answer, more deserving for the crown. Okay, I'm so sorry. I guess this was 20. If this was 2015, yeah, yeah, this is really with P awards back. Now to compare the answers, I'm not being biased here. I did not say I did. I'm not seeing yet the if there's a clip about Pia here. Let's just try to check. Okay, but I believe Pia's answer was really better than her answer. Okay, so okay, let's have that. Hi there, who's in here?
Video debit is safe and secure.
Next, Miss World Philippines 2016. This was Katriona before she joined Miss Universe.
Do you think it will take to wear my crown?
Which qualities or what qualities do you think you need to wear my crown? Okay, meaning about qualities. What do you have for you to be deserving of the title of the crown of the title as Miss World 2016? This is Katriona Gray. Okay, she was part of the top five. I guess she was second runner up or first runner up Miss World 2016. Then after like one or two, after 2 years, she joined the Miss Universe. That's where she won. Okay, let's listen to her answer.
I I think, first of all, it takes bravery. To be in this world is to carry a burning
There's a dog. Wait,
torch.
wait.
It is a
There's a dog. Sorry. You think I'm scared of you? Hey. There's a dog, I scared him. I'm not scared of anybody. Hmm. Okay, let's make this fast.
action carried out by
Let's get to business.
Let's get to business. I like that.
my question is, which qualities do you think it will take to wear my crown? I think, first of all, it takes bravery. To be in this world is to carry a burning torch. It is an action carried out by one to illuminate the lives of many. And I would dedicate my whole self, my love for the arts, and my voice to trying to uplift, empower, and educate people. And it would be my greatest honor and duty to hold this torch high enough so that all the world can feel and see its light.
Okay, okay. There. I. Mhm. There. It's Katriona Gray. Miss World. She was actually part of the top five. She won, I guess, second runner up. But you would see the improvement as to how she handles questions, right? I believe by this when she won Miss Universe, I believe she underwent a lot of training, especially with Tito Boy Abunda. Okay, and under Tito Boy Abunda, and a lot of Q&A about personality, about answering questions, being charismatic. She was, I mean, she was also already very smart on that. I mean, on that time. Okay, when she joined the Miss World, that's why she was even she made it to the top five. But with this, I noticed that she was Katrina has this a lot of figures of speech about yeah about metaphor. She has a lot about that about idioms. Okay, in her Miss Universe quest, in her Miss Universe answer, she even made use about silver lining. But at least in this, in when she won Miss Universe in 2018, she was able to mention about silver lining. But I guess she trimmed down much of her, I mean most of her figures of speech, her metaphors, her idioms. Okay, so that's why she won. So let's because in this here, let's try to compare. In 2016 Miss World, I noticed that
This world is to carry.
she was talking about the I guess about the torch, and she did not use the prep. I noticed it. I was she did not go back to her point, her introduction, her first part, the first sentence. She actually she talked about priority, but she did not really discuss much about priority. I'm sorry. I'm not nobody, but I'm just okay, trying to analyze her answers. Okay, she was actually very very good at that time. Well, I'm just try to go and know that as to that because that's why it's her answer is actually included here in the best answers in beauty pageants best. Okay, so that's why it's a really good answer now. But for let's just have for something for improvement and discussion for our prep. So there, uh, she talks about priority, but I was trying to listen. I was waiting for more elaboration why she said priority. Okay, about reasons. She did not actually make mention about her examples, or maybe she did, but no, actually, there's no, mm, not much of an elaboration. It's not really, it's not, I guess, not so real. It wasn't practical. It was magical, perhaps, because of the beauty of the of the metaphor that she used about the torch or something that's not tangible. Okay, we have her answers, her acts must be somehow tangible, concrete. Okay, she was talking about abstract things, the ideals only. Okay, I believe she herself was able to learn about that from that, and that's why when she joined and won Miss Universe, she was trained how to answer questions. It might not be using prep, but at least you have your questions must even your answers, your ideas must be somehow practical, not the ideal, okay, the real ones, okay, in which because we people, the world now needs action, okay, more than words. Okay, so let's have that again.
Yes. How are you? Yep. 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 You're like, let's get to business. You're gonna take the mic. Thank you. My question is, which qualities do you think it will take to wear my crown?
Qualities, okay. Okay, at
I
least
think, first of all, it
first of
takes
okay,
priority.
first of all,
To be
priority.
in this world is to carry a burning torch. It is like action carried out by one to illuminate the lives of many. And I would dedicate my whole self, my love for the arts, and my voice to trying to uplift, empower, and educate people. And it would be my greatest honor and duty to hold this torch high enough so that all the world can feel and see its light.
Could see and feel its light. She was talking about education. Okay, that's why it's we cannot see actually see the light of education. That's figurative. Okay, that's it. Uh, hmm, how would I? I guess her answer there was not. Maybe it has to do with the question because the question actually. I thought the question was only about quality, just one quality. When I listen again, it says qualities. So first of which was about uh, her answer was priority. Then she had a little support to that. Then she talked about arts, about education, saying that it's like a torch that she would dedicate her whole self for that. And I believe it's about her answer was um, how would I say this nicely? Scattered. I mean, there's no there's no okay. There's no I guess there's no focus. There was no focus in her answers. It was I guess scattered. Well, that's just to me, okay? Not like when she won the 2018 Miss Universe. That was Miss World 2016. She was second runner up, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So there in the 2018 Miss Universe, I guess she had a better answer now. I mean, the best, one of the best, most iconic answers. That's way far. That's far better than her answer here. Okay, that's it. But I'd like also actually to hear or maybe see the answer, the question, and then the answer, of course, of the Miss World 2016. What made her? What was her edge? I guess I was able to react on this before, but only that I forgot about them. But I when this was shown last 2016, this was still this is still uh, available readily available in YouTube. But when I get back, I'm actually satisfied with her answer. That's why I'd be trying to compare. Okay, later I'll be talking. I'll have the answer. Maybe it's just here also. Maybe I'll try to see. Miss World, Miss Universe, Haiti, 2016. And tell us what you learned from that experience. Again. Name something over the course of your life.
Forge high enough so that all.
Some of these, by the way, of some of the best answers in this collection are not even are not even winners, or the one who got the title, the title holders, the ones who got the crown, but their answers are also best, according to Mr. Hector Sermenio. Okay.
So the world can feel and see its light.
Next is Miss Haiti in the Miss Universe 2016. Was it Miss Universe? Miss Universe Haiti 2016. She did not win, okay, 2016.
Name something over the course of your life that you failed at and tell us what you learned from that experience.
Okay, it's about name something over the course of your life in which you failed, that you made a mistake, and what did you learn from that? Okay, that's the question. Then Miss Haiti here 2016 told Steve Harvey to repeat. That's one tip. That's one technique. Okay, that's one technique I've learned from beauty pageants. Because aside from that, I'm also training. I'm also, by the way, training uh, candidates for beauty pageants locally, of course, here in our Malaybalay, in barangay competitions, something like that, or even here in our grade six elementary, or in high school, people, candidates, ladies, beautiful ladies, women, or even barangays from, or also cities would uh, ask me, would request me to coach them. Okay, so that's one tip. One tip here is that for you to be able to think more or think about your answer, you have to ask the 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 host or the judge to repeat the question. While the question is being repeated, you already are thinking ahead. You are already now thinking about your answer. Okay, that's one good tip. Now you know. Okay, that's it. It's not, it's allowed. Okay, it's actually allowed. It's a trick. It's a technique. It's a tip. Okay, so that's it. It doesn't mean that they did not understand that question when it was first read. It's a technique.
Name something over the course of your life that you failed at and tell us what you learned from that experience.
It's about a learning experience from a failure.
About 7 years ago, I survived the earthquake. I feel I was failing myself because I was not living my dreams. I was living day by day, and that earthquake, it was a bad event, but I chose to be a very positive person and learn a great lesson from it, because if I am here today, it's because I am living my dream. Thank you.
Okay. Also, she missed some points of the prep. There. The question was what I named something over the course of a life in which you failed, and how did you learn from it? Why? Okay, that was the question. Her answer was about, because we knew, right, that during that years ago, Haiti was struck by a really strong, a really big earthquake that crumbled the Haiti. The world knew about that, was aware about that. So I thank her. I mean, I am glad that she made mention about that. That because that would tell us that it's really it's our, she made it really personal because it's about lesson, okay, in which you failed. But mhm. If that's the case, for me, I'm sorry again, I wouldn't call this as one of the best answers. But this is not my collection. I'm just reacting to this collection, okay? I wouldn't call this as a best answer. One, because in that, the question was, you want name something over the course of your life. It has to be one failure that you yourself caused, that you think you are to be blamed for that failure or for that mistake. But her answer was about the earthquake. It's something that not of our control. Okay? It's something natural. It's not our fault. It's the fault of the fault, fault, like the fault line, earthquake. So that's it. And that from that part, I believe, oh my, she could have, it could have been better if she chose, because it was a personal question, so that needs a personal answer. I believe it would be best, it would be good if she, something also very personal, like maybe, ako, if me, in my case, I would say that my answer would be, my point would be about me not finishing my master's. Now I'm getting personal. Like it's my master, the quest, the battle for my master's degree has been on for 10 years already, and now I'm still not done with it. I've been long overdue. That's my point about, that's my failure because I caused that. Okay, it was my mistake, it was my failure, not from nature, not from anybody else. That's it. Then what have I learned from that experience, from that failure? So I'm going to say maybe uh, uh, I would say not about being positive. So I would say that to really, it takes time. I would say that I learned from that. What I learned from that experience is that from my failure is that you have to really prioritize, give it your time, because I believe I was lost for 10 years. That's why I was not able to finish. That's one of my greatest regrets, actually, my worst regret. Me not finishing, graduating my master's degree. Now I'm getting personal. I'm about to cry. And I'm to be blamed for that because I was lost. Maybe I was just still so young then, and maybe I lost the spark. I about Ningas Kugun, that we only really act so much, all our effort when the fire is lighting or flaming. Then I lost my, maybe I was lost financially, personally. I don't know what happened, but it was about I lost track of time. I had the best time of my life. That was the best and the worst and also the happiest. There, no regrets now. That's the learning experience that you have when you love something, when you want to work, when you want something, you have to work for it and give it your time. I guess I'd have to have that. Then maybe the question there is about uh, failure. I'll get back to my first experience. I was able to give my P, reasons, and an example, right? I even shared my experience. I'll get back to my P. How will I end? I cannot end with just saying that about that. Then I need to leave with a bang. Okay, so I would say maybe P. Oh, how will I do this? To work for it and give it your time. And saying and talking of and speaking of which, I promise that I'll do better this time and work out on my and finish my studies. See, I was able to get back. I made mention about my introduction, my first point, and I restated it in a totally different word or words. Okay, but of course, that would be totally different. I cannot be doing that. I believe my thoughts would be far different when I'm the ones answering on stage. Of course, the pressure, the crowd, the time. Of course, the time we are just given 30 seconds and 30 seconds to answer before the bell rings. So there, and then the fact that the questions are not given beforehand. So I guess I would have a totally different answer maybe. But for now, that's just it. I know it's hard. Next. Miss Universe, Puerto Rico,
Social
2019.
media. Social media has empowered people to express their beliefs, but sometimes those beliefs are intolerant and dangerous. Should social media platforms respect free speech or regulate what people post?
Okay, her question is about social media. What are these social media? What are parts of social media? Or the social networking sites? You have, of course, the YouTube, the Facebook, okay, the Facebook, the famed Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, where people are just posting anything there from time to time, every now and then. Okay, the question is, should social media our posts there should be regulated? Are we going to do something about that? Okay, or just respect about free speech? Okay, because that's freedom of expression. What are we going to do?
Most definitely believe that social media can be a positive aspect in our lives. We can share information, knowledge. However, it can be used in the wrong hands and spear negativity and harm many people. So I believe that social media should identify the people who are spearing such negativity and hurting self-esteem on other people to make sure that they're not abusing the system, such as social media. Thank you.
Okay, also very good answer. Also very good. Um, she did not really make. Uh, she did not really actually choose between should we regulate it or should we just be lenient with the post about social media. She was in the middle. She played it safe. Okay, to be exact, she played it safe. Like maybe she does not want to maybe hurt most of the people, anything. I mean anybody, particularly specifically. But I guess, she played it safe. She stayed right there in the middle with her thoughts. She started with, I believe that social media is a great place or platform for people to share information, blah 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 blah, something like that. Okay, which is we all know about that, right? Then, however, I like that she actually contradicted her own thoughts. However, that's when she inserted the the ill effects of the social media, that it's open for abuse. Okay, like the hackers, something about security. So that's it. So what her opinion was that we need to track who are these people who are spreading negativities, bashing, fake news, but she did not actually give an example as to how should we do that. She left as hanging. I was waiting for maybe a specific way as to how could we track. I mean, how could we track these people spreading negativities? What are we going to do? What should Facebook do? What must a country or the government do? Okay, that's it. I think I wasn't so satisfied really. I was left in the cliff. It was a cliffhanger. But still, that's one thing when we play safe. Okay, I guess it's a two-way sword. When we play safe, we're just in the middle. We're not being brave. But also when we are so brave with our opinion, people might not really so people might be scared of our ideas, and then wow, that's not our brand, that's not our qualities that this Miss Universe is really looking for. So that I guess that I understand why the ladies are playing safe sometimes with their answers. Okay,
Thank you, Puerto Rico.
that's Puerto Rico 2019 last year. I believe she was the second runner. Miss World
Take your spot, center stage. The
England
world is at your feet.
2017.
And your question is, if you could speak in front of all the world leaders of the world, what is the topic you would want to talk about.
Okay.
Have a think.
The question for Miss, this was Miss World 2017. I guess from what country was that? Okay, the question was, if you are given a chance to be talking, to speak in front of the whole, all the world leaders, what would you want to talk? What topic would you want to talk with them? Nah, okay, that's the question. So let's have it.
And look right at our judges and tell them what your answer will be. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If I had the privilege of speaking in front of the world leaders, I would like to address the inconsistency in global healthcare. I'm very fortunate to come from a country where the healthcare and the quality is absolutely incredible, but I understand that is not the case worldwide. So if I was to have the opportunity of speaking in front of the world leaders, I would like to address that this can be solved. The vaccines are available and the medication is available, and one day we will be able to have a consistent quality of healthcare worldwide. Thank you.
Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, she, I guess it was that Miss Germany. Oh wait, by the way she speaks, I guess that means England. Ah yeah, did I say England?
Ladies and gentlemen, if I have
I guess it's England.
thank you.
Yeah, she's British. She's English. Miss World, yeah, England again.
The world is at your feet, and your question is, if you could speak in front of all the world leaders of the world, what is the topic you would want to talk about? Have a think, and look right at our judges and tell them what your answer will be. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If I had the
She was talking, her answer is that if ever she'd be given the chance to speak in front or with, or maybe in a roundtable discussion, something, with all the leaders of the world from different countries, what topic? What is your agenda? What are you going to be talking? What is that one thing that you need to, that you will be discussing with them? So her answer was about global healthcare, the consistency of global health care. She even said that in her country, the global healthcare is really readily available. I mean, the health services are really good, and then also it's consistent. I mean, their government, the country, their leaders are actually giving it their topmost priority. Their healthcare in, I guess, and that was in England. Then she was even humble enough to say that I believe, I understand that it's not the case for the rest of the world. So now she's saying that this healthcare in her country can become like maybe a best practice, sharing best practices to, maybe she will be sharing their best practices in England to the other leaders and how they did it there in their country, and they would be sharing that to the rest of the world leaders. Okay, that's it. She would say it would serve as a good example for the rest of the world. But I guess she was.
privilege of speaking in front of the world leaders, I would like to address the inconsistency in global healthcare. I'm very
Global
fortunate to
healthcare.
come from a country where the healthcare and the quality is absolutely incredible, but I understand that is not the case worldwide. So if I was to have the opportunity of speaking in front of the world leaders, I would like to address that this can be solved. The vaccines are available
This
and
can be
medication is
solved.
available, and one day we will be able to have a consistent quality of healthcare worldwide. Thank you.
Okay, there. But again, she did not give an example as to how to solve. She just said that this can be solved. That services are available, vaccines, medicines are available. But she did not give, like, maybe she did not mention, so she did not give examples. She did not enumerate examples as to how she can solve global healthcare. Maybe she just leave it for all the other leaders to maybe ask questions or solve that about global healthcare in their own. I guess that's how I understand it, right? At least she was able to answer the question that what is your topic? What do you want to talk with the world leaders? She said it's about hello sound check. Sound check one, two, three. Okay, it was lost. I had a little trouble with my with my connection. So it's raining here. Now let's get back. That's what I said. No, she answered it, but she did not give solutions to the problem on global health, consistency of global health conditions. Next, Miss Universe Jamaica 2017.
Sexual harassment has been at the
Sexual
forefront
harassment.
of recent headlines. Why is it important for men and women to work together in tackling this issue? Sexual harassment is
Okay, the question was about sexual harassment. Why is it important for men, both men and women, not only men? Why is it important for men and women to talk about this?
is a form of abuse, and no abuse should be tolerated, whether in the workplace or in society. I believe that men and women should come together and be professional. Leave this act alone, and anything that it happens, such as sexual harassment, should be taken into the law and should be dealt with. Thank you. Men and women to work together in tackling this issue. Sexual harassment is a form of abuse, and no abuse should be tolerated, whether
That was a very powerful introduction. That was a really sharp start, sharp and smart start. It was about sexual harassment, and we all know that it's a really a something. It's an issue that it's been going on that people try to not as much as will not talk about it. It's like a taboo something that victims of sexual harassment I are would rather not talk about it. And now she's saying that sexual harassment. is a form of abuse, and any abuse should not be tolerated. I love that. Perfect. From the start alone, she's a winner for me, of course. But let's try to see. Okay, actually one good way of another tip for answering questions is that just look for a synonym. Look for which branch or which umbrella does that. I mean, is that which umbrella does that word or keyword belong? I just I just thought that I saw something. Okay, there. Example, it's about sexual harassment. And sexual harassment is under what? Abuse. Abuse is a general term. Okay, that's one good tip in answering questions, not just in beauty pageants, not just in job interviews, also in essays, in writing essays or compositions, in debate, in what's that? Extemporaneous public speaking. Okay, look for keywords. Okay, look for main ideas. Look for keywords, and that from that keywords, specific keywords, look for their mother. Look for their motherboard. Look for their umbrella. Under which umbrella? What is the general word or term of sexual harassment? So they're all under abuse. Abuse would, along with sexual harassment, would be rape. What else? Child trafficking, sex. What else? Many other kinds of abuses. Okay, so there. That's where she made her point.
Or in the workplace or in society. I believe that men and women should come together and be professional. Leave this act alone, and anything that it happens, such as sexual harassment, should be taken into the law and should be dealt with. Thank you.
There. Those who do not get back to her point, but at least she's close. She's close there. Okay. Uh, she talked about being professional, men and women should be talking about that. Leave that act alone, and that like any abuse. Oh, okay. She actually went back to her point, and that any leave this act alone, and that any kind of abuse, just like sexual harassment, shall be dealt with and should be taken into the law. See, because she said in her point that it's an abuse, and like any abuse, it must be dealt with. There must be punishment. It must be there. Okay, I see that. Very smart answer. She followed the track.
Given today's worldwide refugee crisis, do countries have an obligation to accept
Miss Universe France
or do they have
2016.
the right to close their borders?
It's about borders. Again. I guess it's Miss France won 2016 Miss Universe, right? The
Given
Canary
today's worldwide refugee crisis,
crisis about border. Is it
do they have a right to close their borders?
it's about borders? Boundaries.
In Europe, we have open borders. In France, we want to have the most localization that we can. We want to have the biggest stage of people that we can. Maybe someday that will change, but now we have open borders.
Je pense qu'avoir des frontières ouvertes nous permet de parcourir le monde et de découvrir
It's about refugees. Okay, it's about, yeah. That was the opening statement about refugee, and is it? What's your idea about? I mean, should countries be opening or closing their borders so that these refugees might be able to come in? Are they welcome? So her answer is again at the start. I guess she played it safe there. She answered it safe again because she just let the countries decide. I mean, the universe was asking for her idea. Okay, she had her idea, but she played it safe. She just stayed right there in the middle. Okay, but that's a really also a really good answer. I guess she won right in the Miss Universe 2016. She actually won. So there. Uh, she said that it's up for the countries to open or close the borders, the boundaries. She even gave example, right? She didn't give reasons. Went straight to examples. That in her country, it's I guess it's whatever is it closed or open. In some other countries, it's open. In some other countries, then she said that it's up to the countries. But she's longing for she's longing. She's open. She's up for borders to be open because this will actually open up. So this when borders are open or the boundaries are open, you can actually explore what's in there, what are their culture. Okay, it's so that your world will be wider and bigger. There's a lot of things to know more about. Okay, there.
Thank you, Fred.
She played it safe. This one is Miss Universe Philippines The Awards back in 2015. Okay.
Here we are. Why should you be the next Miss Universe?
Why should you be the
Being
next
Miss
Miss
Universe is
Universe?
both an honor.
I believe Pia and in 2015 and also Miss World 2016 or 2015. No, Miss Katrina Gray 2015 when 2016 when she joined the Miss World. They have the same questions about the qualities of wearing the crown, and also this one: why should you be the next Miss Universe? Why should you be the Miss Universe? Why do you serve? Why do you deserve to win? Like that. Okay, why do you deserve the title? It's all the same thing. So let's see. Let's listen how she answered this.
And a responsibility. If I were
See, they have the same start with Pia. She said that it takes a lot of priority, and it's all about responsibility. Let's try to see how she would be a little different.
to be Miss Universe, I will use my voice to influence the youth, and I would raise awareness to certain causes like HIV awareness that is timely and relevant to my country, which is the Philippines. I want to show the world, the universe rather, that I am confidently beautiful with the heart. Thank you.
I guess she ended it. She was the last.
Borders allows us to travel more.
Okay, she said that it's both a responsibility and a privilege to become a Miss Universe.
Thank you, Fred.
And then she said she talked about her advocacy about HIV awareness, which is very relevant and timely in the country Philippines. Okay, she had her P prep
Why should you be the next Miss Universe?
To be a Miss Universe is both an honor and a responsibility.
on
If
her
I were to be Miss
responsibility.
Universe, I will use my voice to influence the youth,
It's about
and I would raise
her answer actually
awareness.
started there. If I were to become a Miss Universe, that's her point. If I were to become a Miss Universe, I would use my voice. Okay, voice. You will be using her voice. Okay, let's try to see if she would be able to give reasons and examples.
And causes like HIV awareness that is timely and relevant to my country, which is the Philippines. I want to show the world, the universe rather, that I am confidently beautiful in the heart. Thank you.
Okay, there. If she wasn't able to mention the word universe, I would say that she did not totally completely follow the prep. But remember that she made mention in her introduction, being a Miss Universe is both an honor and a responsibility. If I were to be chosen as Miss Universe, that's I don't know, that's part of her introduction of her point uh, there, or position or stand. I will use my voice. Blah 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 blah. Why? What are her reasons? Because these are timely and relevant in my country, the Philippines. Then she made an example, okay, in my country about the awareness, causes. What are her causes? How she will be using her voice there. And she ended with a bang. She ended with, uh, I want to show the world, the universe rather. There. Uh, it was a quick and witty correction. Okay, I want to show the world, but the universe rather. Okay, why? Because first, I believe that she needed to correct herself to the world because first she's joining the Miss Universe. It's not Miss World. Okay, that's one point that she needed to correct herself. Okay, and also why? Because of the prep. She needed to mention the word universe or the Miss Universe because that she made mention about that in her introduction in her first point. And using the prep, she needs to get back to universe. Okay, correct. Winning answer. Confidently beautiful with a heart.
We're down to the final.
I'm going to listen to Katriona.
Final poem to your. Thank you, South Africa.
Katrina Elisa Magang, Great Miss Universe 2018 Philippines. So that we can also compare her answer.
Most important lesson you've learned in your life, and how would you apply it to your time as Miss Universe?
Okay, the question for me is Katrina Gray, when she won Miss Universe 2018, was the final question from this is in top three, then deciding point as to who will bring home the crown. What is the most important lesson you have learned in your life, and how would you apply it to your time as Miss Universe? Lesson in your life, and then you're going to connect this as to how you will be using this lesson when you become Miss Universe.
I work a lot in the slums of Tondo, Manila, and the life there is it's poor and it's very sad. And I've always taught myself to look for the beauty in it, to look in the beauty in the faces of the children, and to be grateful. And I would bring this aspect as a Miss Universe to see situations with a silver lining and to assess where I could give something, where I could provide something as a spokesperson. And this, I think, if I could teach also people to be grateful, we could have an amazing world where negativity could not grow and foster, and children would have a smile on their faces.
Very perfect answer. Okay, it was quite long, but her point was there that she even gave. She did not exactly follow the prep because she first gave her experience. Okay, in her introduction, a lot work a lot in the slums of Tondo, and the life there is very very sad. And the in children there are really so poor, and there's a lot of negativity there, and the silver lining is all, almost black lining something. So she ended by going back to her point that if I could say that maybe one day we could see the world could grow and prosper and see the smile on their faces and the beauty in the smiles of the faces of the student. Okay, see how she connected. See the connection between the prep first P and the last P. She actually went back. She talked about children in Tondo in the squatter area. Then she also again ended with a P, also about children. That's a prep. That's a power of prep. Then along the way, in the middle, she talked about her reasons, then her examples. Okay, but again, she still was Katrina there again was, I mean, still has that figures of speech about the metaphor, about the silver lining, but at least it's not really so much. Okay, we can understand it. The people, the the mass, the masses could understand her answer now. Okay, not like when she first joined in that Miss World 2016. She had a pretty good answer, but this one's way, way, way better. Okay, that's it. That's that. She had a pretty good answer, but this one's way, way, way better. Okay, that's it. That's a prep. It's raining hard here. Okay, here. What's the prep again? Let's just maybe review. Prep. That's a that's an acronym as to how you answer. You're going to answer questions, Q&As, like in pageants, in job interviews, oral good dissertations, debates, extemporaneous public speaking. Okay, there. Essays, compositions, anything, or may it be an ordinary interview, question and answer. When somebody asks a question to you, people would know that wow, he or she is really smart. You just don't know that there is a technique for that, and it's called the prep. Okay, there, the prep. You have to follow that format or that pattern prep. P for point, R for reasons, E for evidence, examples, experience, elaboration, explanation. Any of your E's there, as long as you're able to give an elaboration or example to support your reasons. Then P, get back to your point, but say it in a different way. Okay, you have to go back. Why do you need to go back to your point? Because again, first, save the best for last. The last thing that you are going to say will be the last, will be the things that people will remember for quite a long time. Like it's like, have you heard of LSS, or last song syndrome? The last song that you listen to will be the last, will be the only song that keeps repeating on your mind, right? Like the last time, the last song I heard when I got in here before I went live was this. I was singing. I was, what was that? Then now before here it keeps ringing. That's the last song. So it's remember that you have to leave with a bang. Okay, that's why you have to leave with a bang, a very powerful, powerful ending, concluding statement at the end. Okay, that's the prep. That's the power of the prep. Okay, actually, I taught my kids, my journalism kids, because I'm teaching journalism also in this school from grade 4, 5, and 6. So we have online classes every Thursday morning. So that's when I'm going. That's why that's when I always teach them. Okay. So I actually taught them. I already taught them of the prep. Okay, PREP, and yeah, I did not have the time yet to listen to their write ups yet. Just I told them to make maybe 3 to 5 sentences only. My question for them was, who makes you smile? Why? I mean, what? What makes you smile? Why? That was just a very and easy question because they're just elementary. What makes you smile? Sino ang nagpapasaya sa'yo? What makes you smile? Why? To me, if I were to answer that, okay. What makes you smile? Why? I think the timer starts now, Jerry. Once you hear the bell, I'm having a hard time too. Okay, what makes you smile and why? What makes you smile, by the way? Okay. Um, I didn't think about that. Okay. What makes you smile? I'm having a hard time myself. Okay, I did not actually. I chose to. I actually have this ball pen and then this paper for me to write way ahead. But no, I'd like to maybe tell you that prep can be at any time. Okay, there. I'd like to make it as extemporaneous, spontaneous as possible. Okay, what makes you smile and why? Could you repeat the question for me, please? That's a technique I told you. And remember to be honest and true to your answer. Okay, you don't have to be uh, to pretend anything. Mm, what makes you smile? I'm thinking. I'm still thinking. Uh, okay, anything. I'm just okay, you're there. What makes you smile and why? I'm again a happy person, and I easily get positive or happy. I easily smile with just about anything. Anything, nothing in particular exactly. Because I believe that all things, if only we appreciate or value every little thing that we see or that we have, that's when we find beauty. Although the world is dark, is not beautiful, we have to see beauty or happiness and joy in everything. We have to be at least be very positive, okay? Because happiness is a choice. Happiness is a decision. So if we decide to be always happy at anything, at every little thing, then that will make a greater impact to people around us. One smile can change the world. Thank you. Ah! Did I answer that right? Oh my God. What's the, I know that wasn't a really good answer. Did I give an example? Okay, I will review that. Right. One smile can change the world. I know that wasn't a really good answer. Did I give an example? Ooh, it's so cold here. Oh, yeah. But I'll just have coffee, okay? The next, wait, I'll go for that. Any question? Anybody there? I'll just have my coffee later. Okay, any question? What question? I'm actually so fond of fast talk. What is- okay, let's talk about ask question about one of those questions about what is that. I guess I was able to answer that about failure. Um, hmm, Okay, I have this question. If you were a thing, what would you be and why? Again, if you were a thing, what would you be and why? If I were something, I would be a mirror. I am a mirror because I think I am a reflection. Reflection because I am what you see, I am what you get. I am frank, I am candid, no pretense, no fake, no facade. I'm genuine, I'm true, I'm authentic, I'm real. I may not be perfect, I might get broken at times and blurry at times, but I am me, I am still true. Thank you. What else? Let me have it. At times and blurry at times, but I am me, I am still true. Thank you. I'm crazy. What are the questions? That's about can time myself now. Okay, give me a throw me a question. I actually like to challenge myself though I get crazy at times. Okay, what hmm, what are crazy questions? Uh, if you were to die tomorrow, why not now? Oh naka. um, do you believe in second chances? Do you believe in second chances? Why? Why not? Um, I believe that anyone deserves a second chance. It doesn't matter that whether that person is somebody who you hate or somebody who has hurt you. May that person be a sinner or a saint, doesn't matter. Everyone deserves a second chance in life because that chance may be their only chance to prove themselves worthy and for them to really stand again right where they stumble. And if you're not going to give them that second chance, they lose themselves. And if they lose themselves, we lose somebody very special to us. Thank you. My God. Oh my God. My God. I'm so amazed at myself at times. Well, where? I guess I'll be done. How many hours have I been on? Thank you so much, everyone. I'll be making an edited version of this. Okay, that's about prep. Bye, bye, bye. Love you.